Let me say something that might sound a little uncomfortable, guys. If your Pinterest traffic is under 100 clicks a day, it's not because you need to work harder. It's because what you're doing right now doesn't stack. And once I understood this, my entire Pinterest strategy changed. Because most people treat Pinterest like a daily task, that is, they post pins, they stay consistent, and then they hope something works. But Pinterest doesn't reward effort like that, guys. It rewards momentum, and momentum only happens when your actions start compounding. Let me explain this in a simple way. Imagine you post 10 random pins today, all different topics, different ideas, different audiences. Tomorrow you post another 10, again random. You feel productive, but Pinterest sees confusion. Now compare that to this. You pick one topic, let's say high protein dinner recipes. Now you create 5 blog posts around it, 20 to 30 pins around those posts, different angles, same intent. Now Pinterest starts understanding you. This is where growth begins. Now let us take a quick look at problems that are potentially putting your accounts at risk. This is the biggest problem, the first one that you're seeing. The biggest problem is that people create content that doesn't connect. Every pin is like a standalone experiment, but winning accounts don't do that. They build content clusters. One idea expanded into multiple pins, posts, and variations. I have personally seen this, guys. One of the posts quietly brings traffic every single day, not because it went viral, but because I created multiple pins around the same intent. That's when Pinterest starts pushing your content more confidently. Problem number two is that you are overvaluing volume the wrong way. Now, yes, volume matters, but here's the part nobody explains properly. Bad volume kills accounts faster than low volume. So if you're posting 20 pins a day that look similar, target no clear keyword, don't create curiosity, you're basically training Pinterest to ignore you. Instead, think like this. Every pin should do a job, not just exist. Ask yourself before posting, what exact search is this targeting? Why should someone click this? Is this different from the other pins? If you can't answer that, don't post it. Problem number three is that your pins don't trigger click behavior. Let me be blunt, guys. Pretty pins don't win anymore. Functional pins do. Pins that create a tiny gap in the brain, something incomplete, something intriguing, definitely triggers the click behavior. For example, instead of healthy dinner recipes, you can try 12 high protein dinners that keep you full for hours. See the difference there? One is generic, the other one creates a promise. I have tested this myself. Small tweaks like this can double the CTR without changing anything else. Problem number four is that your blog is not built for Pinterest. This one is underrated, guys. Even if your pins are good, your blog doesn't support scale. You'll stay stuck because Pinterest growth is directly tied to number of URLs you have, depth of topics you cover, and internal linking. When I started increasing my content, not randomly but strategically, that's when I noticed something interesting. Old pins started getting traction. Why? Because now Pinterest had more context about my site. More content equals to more trust. Problem number five is that you don't let the data guide you. Most people operate like this. They post, they hope, and they repeat. But Pinterest gives signals all the time, guys. You just need to read them. For example, if a pin gets high impressions but low clicks, it means your design or title is weak. If it gets low impressions, your keyword targeting is off. If it gets high saves but low clicks, it means there is a curiosity gap. This is free feedback, guys. And once you start adjusting based on this, growth becomes predictable. Problem number six is that you are expecting linear growth. This one used to mess with my head, guys, because Pinterest doesn't grow in a straight line. It looks like this, flat, 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 then suddenly there's a spike, then drop again, then bigger spike. If you don't understand this, you'll think nothing is working. But in reality, Pinterest is just testing your content. Once it finds something that works, it pushes harder. Guys, most people quit too early, not because Pinterest doesn't work, but because results are delayed. You are building something that pays later, not instantly, and that's exactly why it works. If you want to skip a lot of this trial and error, I have put together a free Pinterest blueprint where I break down how I find keywords, how I structure content, how I turn pins into consistent traffic. Link is there right in the description below. And if you're under 100 clicks a day right now, guys, you're not failing, you're just early. Shift your focus from am I posting enough to is this compounding? That one shift changes everything.